Hi and welcome back for another video. My name's Chris and today we're going to be taking a look at Cardano. We've had the successful launch in Japan. We've got other educational stuff happening in the background. We've got people like Lark Davis calling for a 25 times the current price. This is just remarkable stuff and I think we need to cover it. So if you like this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all the notifications so you never miss a thing. Let's do this as quick as we can. Let's get down to the desktop. So first of all, I want to take a look at coin market cap. We're at 257, down 3.5% roughly. So, you know, we've seen that sort of rise up to the Japan launch. We've seen it pull back a little bit. This is kind of expected. The market is cooling off a little bit. No need to worry. With all that said, though, in the background, there is activity. We have huge sums of Ethereum going on to exchanges, huge sums of BTC going on to exchanges. You know what this means, the usual dump in September. We expect this to happen. So if you're looking to get into the market, I would probably hold off, my personal opinion, but you've got to make your own decisions. So, you know, if we pull back, the expectation is this will be a buying opportunity and we will still go on to all-time highs, right? You know, it will go parabolic towards the end of this year. It's going to be something like people are not expecting to see. You're not going to be able to fathom it. It's just going to be remarkable stuff. So buying opportunities coming, guys. That's my opinion, not financial advice, for educational purposes only. Okay, so let's have a look at the AI. This always fills me with more confidence. We're able to back up what we're saying with artificial intelligence and machine learning through our partners, advice.io. Free to join, so go over to their website, sign up, and you'll get access to the ratings, right? So Cardano A3, it is down a rating from A2. A2, just for awareness, is the highest rating that I've ever seen on advice.io. So just a heads up, this is still a very, very good rating. You know, so volume's down and we're up 22.8% in the last 7 days. So fear and greed index A3, Sharpe ratio A2, and then we've got your profitability A1. Doesn't get any better than that. So lots of profit in Cardano. The AMI ratio A2, and then peak end value B2, right? So the reason why I highlight this, you know, it just backs up the fact that we are ultra bullish on Cardano and this has no human intervention. So, you know, it's great to fill you with confidence or realize you're fundamentally wrong. But we're not there. We're, you know, the artificial intelligence is backing up everything that we say here. So let's move on. So Cardano successfully launches in Japan, listed on Bitpoint. This is a big deal, right? In the respect that a lot of projects aren't actually listed in Japan, right? There's only a handful: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, XLM, XRP, Cardano, just to name a few. There isn't many, so this is a big deal, right? It opens it up to 123 million additional people that can now buy ADA. So, you know, it's a big deal. In anticipation for this, we saw the price go to all-time high. I know that you've got smart contracts coming up, but I think the all-time high was more because we were getting this listing. Expect the pullback. We're then, you know, go back to all-time highs before smart contracts land, and then I think we'll have another little pullback before again we start to go with all the transaction volume. So that's kind of my thought process on what to expect for upcoming events. But it's listed on Bitpoint. Is the first exchange in Japan to obviously list this cryptocurrency. I'm not going to get into the article. Basically, retail investors are now going to be able to access Cardano. It's remarkable. It's fantastic news. It's 123 million people that, you know, could have access to ADA that didn't before. So bullish news. Let's move on. So we've got Cardano's IOHK joins hands with the European Business University of Luxembourg to make education accessible in Africa. So this is a big deal. Again, I'm not going to read through all of this. IOHK has announced a partnership, which is fantastic. As part of the EBU certificate program, the university will incorporate Haskell into its curriculum. And for me, Why is this important and why is it such big news? Now, Nick and myself have the benefit of talking with CEOs of projects that, all around the ecosystem, but we've spoken to a few CEOs that are building projects that are going to go on the Cardano ecosystem, right? And there's a clear gap and a need for developers that are able to use this type of coding. So for me, this is setting the groundwork for future success, regardless of it being in Africa. It could be anywhere in the world. This is only going to benefit the Cardano ecosystem, and more people are going to be able to code, program, build, all that magical stuff, which is going to again increase transaction volume, increase purchasing and activity on the ecosystem. So for me, this is a big deal. Whether people see it like I do, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. I just think this is just, it's raw news, and people don't quite understand it just yet, but it is fantastic. Anyway, let's move on. So this is probably what a lot of people have clicked on to this video for. Can Cardano hit 25x and become the Apple of crypto? An analyst or YouTuber, I'll let you decide, compares the two. So Cardano is up 40% in the past week. It's actually 22 now. But can it shoot up 25x and become the Apple of crypto? An analyst compares the two. While Apple was largely steering into new markets with their computers, smartphones, tech products, Cardano has Ethereum, Solana, Binance Smart Chain, and more to contend with. I don't really think that that's too different to the environment that Apple was in. Apple, from a computer standpoint, they had Acer, they had Dell, they had Microsoft. You go into smartphones, they had Nokia, they had Samsung. It doesn't matter which sector you look at, there is no real difference in my humble opinion. Okay, so let's get into this article. It's been a great year for Cardano. The native tokens ADA, we know this. It's hit record highs as a result. It's fantastic, we know this. So let's get into the nitty gritty of this. Can Cardano hit 25x to rival Apple's market cap? Trader analyst and YouTuber Lark Davis thinks it can. However, it needs to do a few things in order to achieve these goals, is basically what he's saying. So what must it do? The debate on whether Cardano can dominate the cryptocurrency market is a non-starter without smart contracts. And obviously we've got that coming up, so that is critical. But this is just the beginning. Davis believes that it will strive to catch up with its rivals. Currently, its metrics are less than appealing. Due to a lack of smart contracts, Cardano lacks market share on all key metrics. Total volume locked in DeFi is 0. Daily NFT sale volume is tiny. Daily transactions 82k. 2 million addresses total is what he's saying here. On the other hand, Cardano's main rival Ethereum is thriving in these metrics, right? TVL of 114 billion daily NFT, over 100 million daily transactions, 1.2 million, 166 million addresses total, plus first starter advantage, and the near universal acceptance of ETH and ETH standard tokens on exchanges and in DeFi definitely has it, as a behemoth in the space currently. Can't argue with the numbers, as if it isn't an uphill challenge enough for Cardano. They face competition from other ETH killers, as he's articulated it. Can't stand that phrase. Binance Smart Chain, despite the attacks, the rug pulls on the DeFi platforms, it has come out swinging and attracted billions of dollars in DeFi. You've then got Solana, Luna, Avalanche, Polkadot, Zilliqa, Harmony, Elrond, and I've just thrown a few extra ones in the mix. However, becoming an ETH killer is just the beginning. At press time, Ethereum's market cap is 386 billion, a sixth of Apple's. And what a lot of people don't really get their heads around at the moment is you've got to look you know, with your future cap on, right? What's it going to look like in the future once it's a more developed market? Because this is super early. It's like back in like the early 90s. Would you have thought that Apple would have the market cap it has today? I'm pretty sure people would have laughed at you. So, you know, it's interesting, right? To rival Apple's size, Cardano would have to have massive adoption globally. No shit, Sherlock. ADA wallets would have to hit close to 1 billion. And, you know, they would have to onboard governments, which we already know they're doing. You know, and Davis has said here, there's lots of resistance and skepticism. I think we're led to believe that there's resistance and skepticism. For me, the banks they're involved, they're building, the roadmaps and the project plans are all out there for everybody to go see if you search and dig far enough. So yeah, I'm not too concerned. I don't agree with some of the stuff that is mentioned here. But nevertheless, daily transactions total amount would need to be about 5 million, and the volume transferred would probably need to hit about 100 billion. DeFi TVL would have to be about 1 trillion is what he's articulating here. But still, this is not all. One of the reasons Apple is so successful is it builds products people can't live without. So as such, you know, the users are willing to pay a premium, and that is what Ethereum has got at the moment. Users having to pay extortionate fees to access the likes of Uniswap, Aave, OpenSea, and Rarible. So, you know, he's not wrong there. But one thing that I would sort of explain to people is people aren't happy with paying these premium fees. They're not getting a premium service from Ethereum, right? If I put something through, it can take minutes. It can take hours at points, so, or it's just, you know, really expensive. So, you know, you've got to get a premium service or a premium product, and I don't see that with Ethereum. I kind of feel the premium product will be on the Cardano ecosystem or some of these other ecosystems. Polkadot would be another one, Elrond would be another one, Solana, Luna. You know, these projects, you know, they're going to be much cheaper, and the end product or service, I think, will be superior. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. Let me know in the comments below whether you think a $64 ADA is achievable. We're talking multi-cycle, so for the next cycle, right? So 2024, 2025, those sorts of you know, time frames. I think that $50 is you know, the price point. $64 isn't too far away from that. I think that would be right up the higher level. But, you know, can we see that? Yes, I believe so. Do I think that any of these projects are ETH killers? No. You know, particularly with the rate in which ETH is going to be burning the fees over the next, you know, few years, I expect it to elevate in price as well. So I think there'll be many winners in this space. Let me know in the comments. Really interested to see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to mash up the like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all notifications so you don't miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.